Hello everyone. In this part of our training, I would like to share with you what Google AdWords is and for what purposes it is used. Google AdWords, which is a well-known platform, is the name of the platform that allows advertising on all platforms affiliated with Google. In Google AdWords, advertisements are placed by individuals or companies to market their own products and services, such as when you use the Google AdWords panel, you can advertise on websites, applications that appear on Google Play, and book sales that appear on Google Books, or like skippable or non-skippable ads provided on YouTube. The entire advertising strategy is executed through Google using the Google AdWords panel. Within the scope of our training, when we sell the ad codes we will share with you, you will be able to enable individuals or companies to advertise under more economical conditions. Therefore, in the advertising sector, which will never end, you too can earn the opportunity to obtain income. You will find within yourself. Hello everyone. In this part of our training, we will be sharing with you why Google AdWords ad codes are sold. We often encounter situations where people who are not familiar with the industry find no meaning in the sale of such ad codes. Therefore, we sometimes come across people who find this industry nonsensical. Now, as someone involved in the business, what can be done with Google AdWords ad codes? Actually, I want to share this with you. I think you will understand the situation more easily when I share examples with you here. For example, let's assume your monthly advertising budget is 50,000 TL. Today, when we want to advertise on YouTube, a platform affiliated with Google in Turkey, such as, on average, we can publish ads at a cost of 0.23 kurush. And when we consider that with a budget of 50,000 TL and a cost of 0.23 kurush, we can reach a total of 217,391 people with our ads. Honestly, when we think about companies' advertising budgets, 50,000 TL comes across as a narrow level, meaning it's a low advertising budget. Companies can reach more people at a lower cost by using Google AdWords advertising codes to increase their current advertising budgets. For example, I mentioned that with a budget of 50,000 TL and a cost of 23 kurush, we can reach 217,391 people. If a business owner or an individual has advertised on YouTube in the same systematic way and through Google, what happens if they advertise with these promo codes? The monthly advertising budget of 50,000 TL increases by 50,000 times 2 to 100,000 TL. In other words, we can say that it can now produce a study that will enable it to spend twice as much on advertising. With a budget of 100,000 TL, they are able to reach 434,782 people. So, the conclusion we can draw from this is completely as follows. Tricked again spent 50,000 TL on advertising, but this time they reached twice as many people with the advertising budget. Now I'm curious about the answer you'll give when I ask you this question. Would you all like to reach more people while keeping your costs the same? You want that, right? You only spend 50,000 TL or $50,000, but in return you receive a service worth 100,000 TL or $100,000. Here are the Google AdWords ad codes. It is used to reach more customers at lower costs and to provide a higher advertising budget. In this context, it means that you can easily sell Google AdWords ad codes to anyone who advertises on Google, runs application ads, markets on YouTube, or advertises on websites. Hello everyone. In this part of our training, I would like to share with you the promotion codes that Google AdWords offers in different countries. According to its policies, Google provides advertising codes to users in different currencies and different numerical values in each country. For example, when we examine Turkey, when 5500 TL is spent, 5500 TL is provided as a free promotional code to the citizens of the Republic of Turkey. In the United States, there are promotion codes that say spend $500, earn $500. In Canada, there are promotion codes that say spend $500, earn $500. When we examine Germany, we encounter promotion codes like spend 500 euros, earn 500 euros. Lastly, in France, which we have looked at, there are promotion codes available like spend 500 euros, earn 500 euros. Due to Google's policies, they can also change the units in these promotion codes at the beginning of each year. For example, as of 2025, there are promotion codes in Turkey like spend 5500 TL, earn 5500 TL. By the year 2026, this promotion code might be presented by Google as follows. Spend 20,000 TL, earn 20,000 TL. With these updates, your commercial earnings will increase significantly, steadily, and consistently more each year over time. For example, just 3 years ago, there were promotion codes in Turkey for spend 125 TL, get 125 TL, and these codes were sold for 25 TL, so that's 1/5 of the price. By the year 2025, the promotion code offered to users by Google appeared as spend 5,500 TL, get 5,500 TL. The promotion codes here are on average $10. It can even reach prices as high as $40 to $50 when it meets users. It can be. I had also shared the average prices that you will see in the training with you, but I also want to share this with you. The prices we provide in the training are meant to represent the lowest prices on average. So you can easily sell these promotional codes to your customers on top of the price we've set. Hello everyone! In this part of our training, I want to share the selling prices of Google AdWords ad codes with you. Before we start this section, I want to give you this warning as well. The promotional codes we obtain from Google vary according to dates and years. For example, when we look at the advertising and promotional codes organized by Google in Turkey in 2025, you can spend 5,500 Turkish liras to earn 5,500 Turkish liras. We encounter promotional codes, but in the following years, for example, in 2026, Google promotional codes may appear as follows. It may offer promotional codes for users to spend 10,000 Turkish liras and earn 10,000 Turkish liras in Turkey. Again, if we look at the United States as an example, as of this date, Google promo codes are being offered to users, that is advertisers, in the form of spend $500 and earn $500. In Canada, promo codes are also being offered in the form of spend $500 and earn $500. In Germany, promo codes are being offered to advertisers in the form of spend $500 and earn $500. And along with the changes that have occurred over the years, you will also see variations in the sale prices. Different factors may come into play. Now let's take a look at the sale prices based on the promo codes we can obtain from different countries. And in which countries will you produce and sell? And for which countries? In this context, you can simply choose to produce and sell Google AdWords promo codes. For example, as of 2025, the selling price of Google promo codes in Turkey is set at 5,500 TL. With a spending requirement of 5,500 TL, you can sell the earning codes to users at a price of approximately $10. In the United States, the promo code offered to advertisers as of this date is the $500 spend, $500 earn promo codes, and here you can offer the $500 promo codes to users in the United States at an average pricing of approximately $115 in the current market. Similarly, in Canada, promo codes are offered in the format of spend $500 to earn $500. And within Canada, as of this date, the sale price of promotion codes is $60. In Germany, spend 500 euros, earn 500 euros. Promotion codes are available, and as of this date, these codes have a sale price of 110 euros. For France, our advertisement codes are again in the form of spend 500 euros, earn 500 euros. While presenting to advertisers, you can offer the sale price of these codes you have created in France to users for 100 euros. The sale prices in the examples we see here can also vary depending on the countries and the customers to whom you will be selling. For example, if you are going to sell a promotion code to someone who only advertises for 500 euros on YouTube, with $115 you can sell this promotional code once a month. But let's consider a company located in Germany and assume that this company's advertising budget is 100,000 euros per month. So it has a large advertising budget. How many codes do you need to provide to sell a 100,000 euro promotional code to this company? As of this date in Germany, there were promotional codes that earned 500 euros when 500 euros was spent. 100,000 euros. When you divide by 500, you can sell 200 promotional codes to this company in a single sale. So when you multiply 200 by 110, you will be offering a total of 22,000 euros worth of promotional codes to this company. When we evaluate it in terms of price here, don't think that 22,000 euro is too high. Look, after this company receives these promotion codes from you, its advertising budget of 100,000 euro will increase to 200,000 euro. and the fee it will have paid you for this will only be 22,000 euro. As of this date, you can offer discounts on large volume orders in the relationship between you and your customers, such as those that are beneficial. However, the sale price of a single promotional advertising code comes to us with this pricing group within the countries we mentioned. There is no need to lower the prices here, as previously mentioned. In 2025, in the USA, you don't need to sell the spend $500, earn $500 promotional advertising code for $50 in the specified regions, because when we evaluate the market, this advertising code is worth $400. Any advertiser in the United States, whether it's a YouTuber, an app developer, or a website owner, any user who wants to feature within the Google platform will make a serious commercial profit after purchasing these codes from you. Therefore, there is no reason why you would need to make a serious discount on your prices. You can easily introduce Google AdWords promotional codes to customers along with this pricing group by 2025. Hello everyone! In this section of our training, I will share with you how much demand there is for Google AdWords advertising codes on a monthly basis and how much small-scale companies are purchasing. As an example, I will be sharing information through our own companies. We have companies in 3 different countries: Turkey, the United States, and the United Kingdom. And these companies make specific advertising expenditures every month. And we carry out these advertising expenditures to, despite these narrow or small advertising budgets, I will share with you the codes we have purchased and the total advertising budgets we have reached. In this section, a sample data will be provided to you to evaluate your sales volume and additional insights. Our monthly advertising budget for our company in Turkey is 50,000 TL. And here, to increase our advertising budget, we purchase 10 codes every month, and the codes we received here are advertising codes that allow us to earn 5,500 TL when 5,500 TL is spent in Turkey. When we purchase 10 of these codes, we increase our existing advertising budget of 50,000 TL to almost 100,000 TL. In other words, we are faced with a doubling of the advertising budget. And in Turkey especially, when I think about the ad code on a per unit basis, 5,500 TL is a big unit. Thanks to the way it's offered to us, we have the opportunity to directly double our advertising budget just by purchasing 10 promotional codes. Our monthly advertising budget for our company located in the United States is $20,000, and we purchase 40 promotional codes by more each month in order to double our advertising budget in the United States. With the advertising codes we purchase, our total advertising budget increases to $40,000. In the United States, by 2025, there will be $500 spend, $500 earn advertising codes available. By doubling our advertising, we have the opportunity to reach a larger number of people every month. We have a $10,000 advertising budget for our company located in the UK. And in the UK, we are purchasing 20 codes to increase our advertising budget to £20,000. In the UK, as of 2025, there are advertising codes available where you spend £500 and earn £500. With these codes, we are able to conduct advertising activities worth £20,000 within the UK. The reason we are giving examples from our own companies here is this. Our activities here actually have very low advertising budgets. Therefore, when we consider medium or large-scale companies, what you see as 50,000 Turkish lira for Turkey advertising budget, for many companies it appears as 500,000 Turkish lira or 1 million Turkish lira monthly. In the United States, there are so few businesses that advertise with a budget of $20,000. On average, companies' advertising budgets can range from $50,000 to $100,000 to $200,000. For the UK, our average advertising budgets are ranging approximately between 50,000 and 75,000 British pounds. If you can sell to medium and large-scale companies within the scope of this work, you can potentially make very high commercial profits even by making an agreement with just one company. You can have a passive income, because when we carefully evaluate this, if you sell 500 codes in that month just in the UK, you have the great potential to generate a high commercial income of $50,000 from 500 times $100, such as, hello everyone! In this section of our training, we will discuss the passive income you can potentially earn monthly by selling Google AdWords ad codes. I want to share with you the commercial earnings. We shared the sales prices of Google AdWords ad codes with you in the previous section of the training. In this context, the ones you have found Customers. When we evaluate on a customer basis, let's examine the commercial earnings you can achieve by selling to small-scale businesses or medium and large-scale enterprises. If you conduct a Google AdWords promotional sale with a small-scale business, such as the average monthly purchase quantity per customer, for instance, it literally comes to us as 10 promotional codes, and when you find an average of 10 customers, when we multiply our number of customers and the number of codes sold, the minimum, passive, you will get income. The amount will be presented as $10,000. If you can choose your customers as medium and large-scale businesses, and if you can reach this customer base, medium and large-scale businesses will typically purchase 100 codes from you. The purchase of approximately 100 codes here corresponds to the number of promotional codes a company needs within a month or so. When you have an average of 10 customers, you can demonstrate efforts that can generate a minimum or commercial revenue of $100,000. There is actually no limit to the financial and commercial profit you can indeed achieve by selling Google AdWords promotion codes. In reality, it will lead you to success here and increase the commercial profits you will achieve if you maintain strong communication with your customers by directly engaging with them, and especially if you carry out the code sales we conduct in medium and large-scale businesses without disrupting their operations. Here you can create efforts that can far exceed the commercial profits shared with you, no matter what city or country you live in. Today, a market, a barber, or a hotel must engage in advertising. In order to achieve commercial profit effectively, a newly opened restaurant in your neighborhood needs to use Google AdWords advertising, such as to achieve commercial profit. It needs to use Instagram advertising. Businesses that do not increase their visibility with these advertising systems cannot be permanent, and because they are not permanent, they cannot achieve commercial profit. Therefore, every company or every restaurant, hotel, business must be within the advertising sector and approach you to purchase these codes. They will increase their commercial profits by reaching a much larger number of customers by reducing advertising costs. And while your customers are increasing their commercial profits, you will also be making a profit here. Hello everyone. In this part of our training, I would like to share with you on which platforms you can sell Google AdWords ad codes. After generating the promotional codes, you can sell the promotional codes you have created on commercial forum websites located in the country you live in. Secondly, you can also sell on platforms where you can market digital products, such as platforms like Etsy and other similar platforms, which we define as digital marketing. The trainings we have prepared reach tens of thousands of students in 190 different countries at all times. Therefore, since we have students all over the world, including in France, Germany, the UK, and the USA, you can specifically make sales on these websites for this country. I cannot share the explanation with you. But no matter what country you live in, there are definitely commercial forum websites available within that country. And by creating an account on these commercial forum websites, you can sell the Google AdWords ad codes you produce on these platforms. And here is the situation that arises on commercial forum websites. The people who will buy these codes from you are generally the people we have defined as intermediaries. They could be individuals providing services to any agency, therefore they can purchase 600 to 700 promo codes from you at once. Or they might be regularly advertising for their own companies. They can buy 40 to 50 promo codes from you every month. Therefore, since you can easily find people who want to advertise through Google on such commercial forum websites, you can also easily carry out the sale of promotional codes. Secondly, in the sales conducted on digital marketing platforms like ETSE, which I have given as an example, a disadvantage comes into play. Especially due to the high level of competition within these platforms, you can easily make sales for $100. For example, a promotional code created in the USA that offers spend $500, earn $500 could normally be sold for $115, but a commercial on a forum website, you might encounter scenarios or situations where you can sell it for $20 to $30 on platforms like ETSI. The reason for this is the high level of competition within these types of digital marketing platforms. Because the competition is high, we inevitably see situations where prices have dropped. My suggestion to you is, it is especially about selling the promotional codes you have produced on commercial forum websites, because you can sell promotional codes with much higher prices on these platforms. Thirdly, by going out into the field and directly finding customers yourself, you can reach any hotel, any cafe, or any restaurant that wants to advertise. After introducing this system to the businesses here, you can directly make the sales at more affordable prices. In other words, within any city you live in, by dominating the market and reaching your customers directly one-on-one, you can conduct sales and significantly increase your commercial profits. In terms of our areas of activity in the advertising sector, the first gains we achieved were during the times we had direct contact with customers. Therefore, especially within this sector, in order to quickly increase your income, you can communicate directly with your customers in the city you live in. By effectively communicating with businesses engaged in promotional activities in cities and regions, you can market these codes to these businesses. Hello everyone! Within our training process, selling Google AdWords promotion codes is an alternative through which you can earn passive income. I would like to share with you in this particular section a unique and valuable business opportunity that you can also potentially gain through the use of Google AdWords. Instead of merely selling Google AdWords ad codes, I will personally share them with you right here. By diligently carrying out this work, you can significantly elevate your commercial earnings to much higher levels. Of course, to be able to effectively carry out this work, you need to have some available cash assets. Within this particular work, I will be sharing with you all the methods and strategies on how to earn a steady stream of commercial income, not merely by selling Google AdWords promotion codes, but rather by selling fully functional and verified Google AdWords accounts. For example, as of this date, 11,000 Turkish liras have been spent in Turkey. The selling price of the Google AdWords account is 12,000 Turkish liras. In the United States, the selling price of a Google AdWords account with a spending of $1,000 is $1,200. In Germany, the selling price of a Google AdWords account with a spending of 1,000 euros is 1 to 100 euros. Now, you're probably asking me this question. Why Google AdWords accounts? They are sold at a price of 12,000 Turkish liras or $1,200 or 1,100 euros. Due to Google's policies, it can sometimes cause issues for users. For example, advertising in the home appliance sector can be a very challenging position when it comes to Google. For instance, it can be very difficult for car rental companies to advertise using Google AdWords. We may have clients who face advertising restrictions in the hotel industry. When this is the case, when faced with such a situation, customers do the following. They opt to purchase a new Google AdWords account because they won't be able to use their existing ones anymore. Because, for example, a hotel should not carry out the process with a scenario where it cannot advertise on February 14th, that is Valentine's Day. Why? Because by that day, the hotel needs to be fully booked. When this advertisement is not given, it is much higher. Since they face a loss of commercial gain, they quickly start advertising again by purchasing a Google AdWords account. After problems arising from such Google policies, you can also sell Google AdWords accounts to your clients. So, has any spending been done here? What is the reason for offering these accounts to clients at an expensive price? Accounts with significantly high expenditures by Google are typically less restricted due to policy violations. For example, let's assume we have an account in the United States of America and this account has spent approximately $200,000 up to this date as of now. Google doesn't want to interfere too much with this account. Why? Because the account is worth $200,000. It's an account that has earned $200,000. Would you want to inconvenience this customer? You wouldn't, because you don't want to lose your customer. Therefore, accounts with high spending are, generally speaking, typically interfered with less by Google. We can say that, generally speaking, these accounts are not typically bothered by Google when we think about policy. These accounts high, you can indeed sell them at a commercial price. The scenario that emerges here is as follows. For example, the US has spent $1,000. What is the cost of creating the account? $500. Why? Because when you open a new Google AdWords account in the United States, you can earn $500 when you spend $500. So, with just a cost of $500, you can have a Google AdWords account that has spent $1,000 and make sales worth $1,200. So, when we subtract our $500 cost from the $1,200, we are faced with a situation where we can achieve a commercial profit of $700 just by selling a Google AdWords account in the US. On average, you can live in any country today, whether it's India, France, or Germany. For instance, such as in all the countries you've lived in, you can easily and conveniently sell these accounts at a price that is a bit more than slightly higher than the amount spent. Students who find the selling prices of the promo codes within our education program to be low can generate Google AdWords accounts and sell them to achieve higher earnings. Hello everyone! In this section of our comprehensive and detailed training, we will share with you how to open a Google AdWords account and how to obtain a promotional code in the Google AdWords account we have created step by step. To create a Google AdWords account, we log into the Google AdWords page. Then, within the page, we click on the Choose Now section in the offer selection area that appears in front of us. In this section, Google presents us with 3 offers. In Offer A, since I am currently in Turkey, it says the following. Spend 8,000 Turkish lira to earn 8,000 Turkish lira in advertising credit. When we look at Offer B, it says to spend 24,000 Turkish lira to earn 16,000 Turkish lira in advertising credit. When we look at Proposal C, it says you can earn 24,000 TL by spending 48,000 TL. In the periods when you generate promo codes in Google AdWords, always create promo codes that have a 1.1 ratio. When I look at Proposal A, this is what I see. I need to spend 8,000 TL to earn 8,000 TL. But in Proposal B, if I spend 24,000 TL, I earn 16,000 TL. When I look at Proposal C, I earn 24,000 TL when I spend 48,000 TL. So I'm given nearly half as much, essentially almost half less ad credit. That's why, even though the price is significantly lower, it provides me with a 1-to-1 ratio. After selecting Proposal A, which is the section where I can achieve the most commercial gain, now request it, I need to click on the written section. After clicking on this section, you will need to log in with your email address. Then, a panel like this will appear in front of us. First, it will ask us this: what is your advertising goal? In other words, why are you opening a Google AdWords account? Here, to be able to process faster, increase the view count and engagement on YouTube. Clicking on the written section is sufficient for you. We click on the next section. It asks us about our advertising goal. Here, let's choose a goal titled Increase Video Views and Engagement with Your Channel. Then it asks us to select a video. You can select any YouTube video here. It will be sufficient to paste any link here. Don't pay attention to these areas. We won't be publishing the ad anyway. Let's enter a few sentences of explanation as an example. Let's click on the next section. It also asks us for information like where the ad will be published. Again, let's quickly click on the next step. We have no business here. The faster we move through this, the better it will be for us. When opening the account, it asks you to create the account. If you noticed here, things like budget are being asked. Let's move on to the next step again. As we said, these areas are not important for us. Finally, this is the detail that will be shaped for us. We click on the section labeled Go to Billing. When we click on this section, it asks us for information such as the country where our account is located and the payment profile. Here, use your real first and last name in the payment profiles. Because you will need to enter credit card information, you don't need to enter your address information correctly, but the address you entered must match the postal code. Then you will click on the Create section here. Then it asks us to add a payment method. Let's use credit cards and bank cards here. Within each period, because wire transfer, EFT, or services like Wise that are valid in different countries. When we look at payment methods, problems can arise when it comes to getting a refund. But with a credit card or bank card, when we create a membership, I will show you shortly. After cancelling the membership, the 14 Turkish lira we paid during registration in Turkey is deducted as $1 in the United States. We also receive this amount back as a refund. Here, we need to enter our card number and information correctly. After entering our card information, we say that we accept the Google AdWords terms. Do you want to be contacted by Google for consulting purposes? Sections like that. No? After selecting the option and clicking the Submit button, our Google AdWords account will be opened. Yes, as of now, our Google AdWords account has been opened. So where will we find our promotional codes? The panel you see is the new Google AdWords panel. In this section, after carefully and precisely bringing our mouse icon to the area labeled Billing, we need to carefully click on the section labeled Promotions. When we click on this section, with the 5,500 Turkish lira spent and 5,500 Turkish lira earn immunity promotion code provided to us by Google, we gain access to it. The code that we encounter in this section will be the one that we can sell, thus allowing us to make commercial gains. Once the code is defined here, there won't be any issues with making the sale as long as you don't use the code. You can easily sell this code in order to make commercial profits successfully and without any problems. This ensures maximum potential for profit generation and commercial success. Hello everyone. After opening our Google AdWords accounts, our promotional codes may not be applied to our accounts within certain dates. In this section of the training, I will share with you how we can proceed with a strategy to solve the problem when this issue arises. First, after logging into our Google AdWords account, when we click on the promotions section, the code that appears in this section, if it is not applied to the system, meaning when we open the account here, for example, we open this account in Turkey, and the promotion code we used is the spend 5,500 Turkish lira and earn 5,500 Turkish lira promotion code. If you do not see this code here, the action you need to take is as follows. When we encounter this type of issue, we need to click on the Help section within our panel. We click on this section. Then the section labeled Send Feedback appears in front of us. We click on this section and need to mark the part under the Report Issue heading. Then it asks us some questions. It asks, what were you trying to do when you noticed this issue? Here you can select the other option. Then you need to explain the issue. In this section, you need to write the following. The sentence we use in this section should be exactly in this structure. You need to state that you are opening a Google AdWords account for the first time. You need to state that the promotional code is not applied to the account. The code that needs to be used. I want you to send it via email. Send an email titled Request. And when you forward this email, please include the promotion code you requested. For example, in Turkey, if you spend 5,500 TL, you will earn 5,500 TL, as there is a promotion code available, just like if you spend 33,000 TL, you will earn 33,000 TL. There are also earning promotion codes available. Therefore, you need to request the code that you created your Google AdWords account by opening the code that I showed you in the steps of opening your account. We opened this account with the intention of using the code titled Spend 5,500 Turkish liras, earn 5,500 Turkish liras. By specifying this code, it will also be sent to the Google officials when we hit the send button on the form to communicate with them. Within approximately 24 to 48 hours, a promotional code to be used will be sent to the email addresses with which you opened your Google AdWords account. If you want to use the codes, you can simply activate our code by directly clicking on the plus sign in the promotion section and entering the relevant code here, then clicking send. But since you are already opening Google AdWords accounts to sell these codes as part of the training, you can easily complete the sale by directly sending the relevant code to your users or customers. The only possible potential problem we might potentially encounter during the various different periods when we open up Google AdWords accounts is this, certainly, indeed, without a doubt. After sending the necessary and relevant form to Google regarding this problem, a code will be sent back to you within 24 to 48 hours or so, such as you may receive it. Since this code is currently active, you can very quickly, efficiently, and effectively proceed with its sale. Hello everyone! In this section of our training, we are sharing with you how you can earn passive income by selling Google AdWords promotion codes. In the final part of the training, I want to answer this question: how long can this business model be sustained? After producing in this sector for a year, does the sector come to an end? Or 3 years, 4 years? After producing these promotion codes, will we face a situation where this sector has ended? I will share the answer to this question with you in this section. The advertising sector is a sector that grows every year. Businesses such as hotel, restaurants, and cafes in the city you live in, clothing brands, gold, watches, jewelry located in the country you live in, large companies like manufacturers or car manufacturers, phone manufacturers offering services on an international scale. When we evaluate all small, medium, and large businesses, we encounter a growing advertising sector within each industry. Because whether we sell cars, sell phones, or sell delicious coffee to a customer who comes to visit our cafe, or monan, for the customer to know us and our services, for customers to come to our cafe and experience, for the customer to use our car, for the customer to buy the phone we produced, they need to know us. To know us, we need to advertise. We need to use panels like Google AdWords, such as to promote our services. Therefore, the advertising industry, which emerged to sustain business growth, will never end. On the contrary, it will not end and will grow and progress with each passing date. You too can earn commercial income in this growing sector. If you have the opportunity, you can sell Google AdWords promotional codes in 2025, 2035, and even in 2050. Google AdWords will continue to provide these promotional codes to users in order to acquire new customers. So this is a situation where these promotional codes are given for free. If it is not removed, you will also receive regular passive income from this job. You can easily continue to earn.